Is that how you pronounce your name right? Viviana?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm bad at names, so I'm just making sure. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my talk show. I'm your host, Owen Rebel. This is my talk show, Late Night Rebel, and we have a special guest coming tonight. Viviana will be coming from behind the curtains. Welcome. Oh, if you want to sit down, you have to go over to that button where my fingers point. It says settings, and you click chairs. I forgot to say that. It's off by default. But yeah, we'll start in a second here. My apologies.
Sorry.
Or you can sit next to sit on the couch. I'm like, yeah, I'll see you over there. Anyway,
Okay.
welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hi. Hi.
How you feeling today? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Well, I mean, you know who I am, and I know who you are. But in case some people don't know who you are, what's the best way to describe yourself? Like, where are you from? You're from GTA and stuff. Like, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, hi. I'm Viviana. I'm a Twitch streamer, and I stream primarily GTA RP. Sometimes VR chat. Depends on the day,
Okay.
but it's about it.
So, how'd you get into streaming initially? Like, did you already have an account, or did you watch somebody else and be like, hey, I can do that?
Well, I first started streaming. I first started streaming just me playing Minecraft like five
Oh,
years
heck
ago,
yeah.
I think. And there was no sound, there was no nothing. It was just music, and it was just me playing Minecraft. That was my first ever Twitch stream.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got into Fortnite a little bit, and I streamed that for like 2 months, and then didn't really work out for me. Everybody knows how that game is. And then I found GTA and I really loved it, and I decided to start streaming. And my best friend Carmen, she really helped like push me into doing it. We did it together, and then now we're here, and I do it for a living. So
Hey, that's the life, you know. Doing what you love for a living, that's like the top goal for anybody. It doesn't matter if it's streaming or I don't know, whatever job career you want to work in life. If you do what you enjoy, like what's the saying? I think it's like if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day or something like that.
yeah,
Something like that.
exactly.
Anyway, so well, how did you get into GTA? Like, were you like already friends with Carmen? Did you start at the same time? Did you already know each other? Or like, hey, what's this GTA thing? Let's just do it.
Right. So me and Carmen, we had interacted before on Twitter a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but we never really talked like in Discord or anything like that. And a lot of people actually get there's a common misconception that we're actually friends in real life, but we're not. I live in New York and she lives in Toronto, so
Mm-hmm.
we never met ever. And I DM'd her and I was like, hey, we should totally like collab on this YouTube channel, like video or whatever.
Okay.
And we did that and we hit it off very, very well. And we basically, it was just like an instantaneous thing. We just became best friends off the spot. So
Nice.
yeah. And then I got into GTA. It was actually a GTA RP collab. So
Oh, okay. Nice. So what you're saying is you slid in first, and you're just like, hey, let's do this thing. And she's like, all
I
right.
did.
Damn. Okay.
I
Well, that's for
did.
the history books. So, did you start off in No Pixel, or did you start in like some other like random public servers or?
Yeah, so I started off on a public server. I played there for about like 2 years
Mm-hmm.
until I applied well, not applied, I actually was whitelisted, but until I started playing on NoPixel.
Okay. So, what kind of character do you play in GTA No Pixel like currently, or do you have multiple characters?
Well, I have multiple characters, but currently my main character is Lana Valentine. She is a pink-haired comic book store owner. She is an overall nerd and she is a criminal, and she basically goes about her crime in a nerdy aspect as if it was a video game. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so she lives her life as if it's a video game. But in role play, that's like it's a weird concept because in role play it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like, oh, like it has to be realistic and stuff. So for Lana, she's a very I guess you would say she's very crazy in a way where she, acts out as if it's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a video game. That's just how she sees it. So that's my character.
Okay. Do you have any like rivalries with anybody? Do you have anybody you hate? Are you like in a gang? Are you like gang shit? You know, like you're like West Side, yo, I'll fuck you up, East Side. You have any like, gang shit going on?
Well, she's not in any gang. She was working towards becoming a chain gang associate,
Oh yeah.
but
Okay.
she stopped working on that because I took a little break from the server, and we'll see where that goes once I start playing more actively again. But currently, she's not a part of any gang, and she's just doing her own thing.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a lot of stories about Chain Gang. There's Prune Gang. There's Lane Boys. There's uh,
Mhm.
whatever else. I don't remember all the gangs. Whatever. There's like everybody. It seems like everybody on the server is in a gang or
Yeah.
something. It's like we're like, and then there's just the civs. They're just like, what do you think about civs? Are they boring? Are they just like, what are you doing? Like you just walking around in a parking lot smoking or something? Like, what do you do?
No, I really respect civs because it's very hard to keep um civ RP going in the way that the meta works right now. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you're not a part of a gang, you don't really have a lot to do. You don't have much to do. If you're not really like shooting, if you're not really in like a war, like shooting each other, or, like robbing a store, there's not much role play going on. So I really do respect the civs who have decided to not go about crime
Mm-hmm.
because obviously it is GTA. It's a crime based
Yeah, yeah,
game, so you're gonna a lot of the mechanics are crime based. So
absolutely.
I really do, I really do respect them a lot, but I can admit that it probably does get boring for them. But I don't know. I wouldn't judge anybody's RP. Everybody has their individual role play styles that they like. So
Yeah, I get you. I understand. So let's talk a little bit about VR chat. How did you find out about VR chat? Did you watch somebody else? Was it Carmen or somebody else was like, hey, what is this?
right. So I found out about VR chat through Seer.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Seer's characters used to like date in GTA.
Oh.
So I would like stalk his streams from time to time,
Oh
and a
yeah.
lot of my followers, my viewers, started noticing that he was playing VR chat, and they wanted me to play. Um, Specifically my Discord, they would ask me a lot. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll give it a try. And I ended up falling in love with it.
Mm.
So,
Which one of his characters?
yeah.
That was a nice voice crack. Which one of his characters?
Uchiha Jones,
Oh,
which
the wee
is
boy.
basically
Ah,
the wee
yes.
boy. So it's
Yeah.
perfect for my character Lana. I always said like all the time, like if I could see her with anybody, it would definitely be Uchiha. Um, and he was basically just like this anime boy, and Lana was just like this girl who's obsessed with anime. So it was perfect. But
Yeah.
then he ended up fucking his sister, and it didn't really go very well. So they
What the
ended up
fuck?
calling it off.
What the fuck? Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard some
So now
similar
she's into
story
a,
when he was in VR chat
you
recently.
know,
He's like, "Where's my sister? I'm gonna fuck her or whatever." I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on here?" What an interesting character.
very, very interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
It's how they act when they're from Kansas, Japan.
yeah. Kansas, Japan, absolutely. So, sorry, that made me laugh. So, what'd you think about VR chat? You started in desktop mode, then you got into VR. Like, how did that feel like to be in VR for the first time? You're like, holy shit! I can move my arms. I can punch people. I can, do
Yeah,
things.
so it was really, really interesting getting into VR because my my first few days, I sort of just chilled and I partied with a lot of the no pixel people.
Mm-hmm.
But then when my friend Chandler came onto VR chat, he was also new. So he got like the beginner's treatment from everyone, and I never really got that. So I
Mm-hmm.
sort of like came along and I sort of like followed behind him the whole time because I sort of wanted to get like the VR chat tour, and we visited like the EDM worlds and just everything that was super cool with like the games, and it was super fun. I loved it.
Oh, you mean like? So I didn't understand what you mean for a second. You mean like no one helped you out or like did anything? They're just like, "Who the fuck are you?" Type of vibe. They're just like, "Why should I help you?" And then you sort of tagged along. Okay, that sucks. What the hell? You could have hit me up and I would have showed you around. I literally tour guide for a lot of people in VRH all the time. I don't mind.
Yeah, I never really had a tour guide, so
Oh man, that's okay. Hey, there's always the future. But okay. So do you have any? Do you have full body, or do you plan on getting it, or?
I do have it.
Okay, you don't have to use it right now, but I'm just like, I wonder like, how did that feel? Like now, like obviously you move your arms, but now you can move your legs. So you're like, how's that feel? To be like, holy shit, I can move my legs, I can move my hips, I can dance.
Yeah, it's super like surreal to be able to like look at yourself in the mirror and stuff and see just everything like tracked together. Like just the way that I can just like move my
Mm-hmm.
hands and like on the camera, like obviously I can move and I am doing this in real life and it's, happening in the game. It's just super cool to see that. And with full body, it's like a whole entire different sensation for your brain. I don't even know how I would describe it. It's just very like trippy in a way.
Yeah.
But I've been having a lot of fun with full body. Yesterday was actually my first day that I put it on. Um, and it was so fun just to be able to like move my legs around and just like kick people in the face and
Yeah.
stuff.
Heck yeah. That's the most fun. So, how does GTA compare to VR chat in terms of RP? Because like a lot of the other GTA people I've interviewed or talked to about this, they're like, "Oh, it's way more immersive. VR chat is like way better." Because like in GTA, you're very limited. You
hmm
have to like slash dance 3 or whatever, and like that's it. Like that's all you got. Like, but in VR chat, you
Yeah.
can physically like whatever you can do in real life, you can do in the game. So if you can actually dance, you can dance in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love GTA roleplay and I love VR chat roleplay, but they're very different in two, you know, very, very different ways. One of them is more like improv based because there's no mechanics,
Yeah.
there's no nothing, which would be VR chat.
Mm-hmm.
VR chat, you have to move and you have to pretend like you're doing something. There's no
LARPing.
like slash me does this, asterisk asterisk does this. Like you have to actually do it,
Mm-hmm.
or you have to sort of like hint at that's what you're doing so that the other person can sort of, grab onto that and
Yeah.
and go with the RP from there. But GTA is very much just like mechanics and crime oriented, whereas this is more just like improv. And I definitely enjoy both, but I feel like VR chat has helped me a lot with my role play skills, because of that fact that there are no mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm just used to slash eing or doing
Yeah.
something like that. Not having that and being very vulnerable, as a role player who's coming from having mechanics is it's a learning experience, and I love it personally.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I would say in a general like VR chat sense, yeah, a lot of it is like LARPing, where you have to just pretend or be like, "Hey, slash me opens up this thing" or whatever. I know like, you have to say it out loud, which is kind of whatever. But
Yeah.
there are like role plays that actually have mechanics or actually have things you can interact with. You don't have to like slash me picks up thing. One of them would be Callus Row, which is the RP I'm a part of. It's on hiatus right now, but a lot of the GTA people, like Seer and Kyle and Kylie and Mecha Bear and a bunch of them are actually interested in joining because it's a more serious roleplay. I don't know if you saw it or got a tour of it, But
I did get a tour of the map, and it's very, very beautiful. I love it.
yeah, so that's gonna start in about 3 months. You have to build a whole character, like a whole backstory and everything, and then we build the world around you. So, if you're like a shop owner, we'll build a shop for you, and you give you props and items to work with, or if you whatever you're doing, and yeah, it still has like LARPing and stuff in it, but like you can actually have guns. So I can actually pull out a gun and shoot you, and then like if I shot you in the leg, you have to actually limp and be like, "Oh fuck my leg," you know. You have to like
Hmm.
walk around like that until you go to the clinic to get healed, you know. So that's what I like about it. It's very immersive, and then
That's awesome.
there's permadeath. And it's not just, oh, I got shot 10 times in the face, I'm just gonna live with that. Like, it's no, like if you get shot in the head, you're
Yeah.
dead. Like, but there's not too many deaths. I don't think it's not like GTA where someone just rolls up and just guns you down type of deal. It's more of like structured, like everyone values their life. So it's not like I'm just gonna randomly go on a rampage and kill 20 people and like literally ruin the roleplay. It's like, like because you think about it, right? Like a normal human being, you're gonna just start murdering people. You have to have a reason to do it, right? Like if you betrayed me and fucked me
True.
over, and like scammed me, then I would be inclined to fuck you over, right? It's sort of like that type of deal where I might just not kill you, but I might break your kneecaps instead, send a
Uh-huh.
message, which I enjoy more than just let's get like a LMG and just blast you, type of vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, so is there anything that you've seen from VR chat that you're really impressed by, or like, oh my god, I never thought I'll experience this?
Yes, the Callus Row tour was one of those. I got to go see the world,
Mm-hmm.
and it was amazing. It was like going inside of a different game. I swear some of these worlds are just like, whoa, you would never believe that this is VR chat. It looked like I was inside of like an MMO.
Mm-hmm.
My inner childhood self was screaming because I love MMOs. So it was great. That's one of them. And also just like the visual worlds, that as well. Just seeing like the realism and everything, and just
Mm-hmm.
like sitting there and listening to some really like chill music while just sitting in VR is just it's great. I love it. Those are like my favorite things about VR chat is just like the worlds and just seeing amazing creations.
Have you done any of the horror maps yet in VR chat?
I've done the Haunted Maze, and I started the horror experience. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
And also Emily wants to play VR chat or something like that. I
Oh
started that as
shit,
well.
those are spooky. You need to do. There's a new one that just came out a couple days ago that everyone and their mom's been playing. It's probably like one of the more better ones.
Yeah,
It's called The Devouring.
the Devouring.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really want to do that one. It seems super fun.
I just did it 2 days ago with a bunch of people. It took me 6 hours. Yeah, 6 hours on one map.
6 hours.
Yeah, the
Wow.
entire day. Yeah.
Yeah, I've yeah, I've heard that it's taken a long, long time for a lot of people. I was actually somebody asked me to do it last night, and I was like, dude, it's 4 a.m. I'm going
Yeah.
to bed.
But yeah, I would
So,
recommend it. It's just it might be a bit long. It depends on how good you are at puzzles and stuff like that. So.
yeah, I'm totally looking forward to doing that. I definitely have to get a group together to do the
Hmm.
devouring. It sounds super
Yeah,
awesome.
it's a max of 4 players. That's all you can have in the world. So. There are shorter ones. Like I don't know if you've done like the what's called like WKDS, which is it's like 4 different rooms. Like he starts off in like a hospital, and then it goes to like
Hmm.
uh the house of like you're like a caretaker for some old woman, and then I think it's the
Oh,
Wendigos, and then the fourth one's the school, I think, and that one's only like 2 hours long. It's like 4 different stories in one. It's not too hard.
oh,
The puzzles are like non-existent, so like it's really easy. You just have to like go through it. So there's definitely horror maps that are more like puzzle heavy, where you have to use your brain, and then some of them are just more
hmm,
of like an adventure map where you just like go through it and just push through the horror and
yeah.
dodge enemies and stuff.
Well, I've done the Silent Hill PT
PT.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And and we've played Slenderman a few times too. But that's about it for my VR chat horror experiences.
Yeah, those ones they're okay. Like they're kind of buggy, but if you do any of the official Seon, which is the person who made the world, Huggy's Dungeon, those are the ones I would recommend. Those ones are like 3 hours long. There are puzzle orientated, and they also have a boss battles. Like imagine that, like a boss battle and a horror map.
Boss battles?
Yeah, they have horror. Like you beat the shit out of
What?
a boss. Like you, just, yeah, yeah.
What the
You gotta
heck?
shank. You gotta,
Boss
yeah. You gotta shank a
battles?
bitch. You know. You gotta like can pull out the rusty fucking spoon and shank somebody. You know.
Damn. I guess I have to get into that because I'm looking forward to smacking a bitch.
Yeah.
My
Some of
whole body
them.
go bah
Yeah,
bah.
yeah. Some of them are pretty interesting. Some of the boss battles. I don't know. You'll see. It's a boss battle. You'll figure it out. It's not too hard. There's also the scare zone. I don't know if you did that one. That one's like 30 different fears or something. Like each room is like, oh, fear of spiders. One's like fear of heights. One's fear of
Oh,
drowning. Fear of
I've never
needles.
done that.
I haven't done it
Oh
either.
God,
But
that sounds really spooky.
yeah, all the fears. Fear of mannequins. Fear of being alone. I don't know. It's like 30
Fear
different.
of mannequins?
Yeah.
Fear of mannequins?
Listen, listen, you haven't played Devouring. You're gonna have a fun time with that one. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm gonna. Am I not gonna like mannequins anymore?
Probably not. I'm gonna be honest. You think you're laughing now, but play, you're gonna shit yourself. So
Yeah, probably. For real.
yeah, she'll learn. Yeah, exactly, chat. Anyway, is there anything you want to see from VR chat, like that may not be in the game yet? Like you're something like, oh, I really want to see this, but it's not in the game yet.
Mm, I don't. I don't necessarily think so. I feel like a text chat might be nice,
Okay.
potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Other than that, I don't really think so. Um, I think that VR chat is it's good in its own element. Like you can pretty much do anything. It's kind of unlimited. Um, so I would say probably a text chat. Um,
I get
that's
what you're
about
saying.
it.
You know what's kind of funny is that you say a text chat, but there actually technically is not in this world or like 90% of the worlds. There's a thing that came out that well, it's actually I think it's still on right now. It's called like Comic VCat, which is like a comic book. So the Japanese community in VR chat is very large, and they make a lot of cool stuff. They're like big brains. They're all like 200 IQ. They can make really cool stuff. So they're running like a convention,
Right.
but in VR for comic books and music. But they had this thing called the virtual market, which was where you actually go and it has like panels, just like a real convention, right? And you buy avatars like straight up, like from the convention in the world, like a VR world. And they actually had their own custom client where it actually had text chat where you press exit and you can actually type to another, but it only works with other players in the same world. It actually had a text chat. And you could also
That's
teleport
so
to players, but it's
awesome.
only in those worlds. Like you have to like personally add it
Mm-hmm.
to your world to actually have the text chat. Most people won't do it because I heard it's laggy as fuck, so that's probably why. But you know,
Yeah, I feel like it could be really good for role playing as well as mutes.
yeah,
So that's probably the one thing that I would say is text chat.
yeah. Well, there are other like social games that have text chat, like Neosphere, which actually like it pulls out like a keyboard and you actually can type, and then it like has a speech bubble that comes next to your avatar. So that's kind of cool. I'm hoping VR
Yeah,
chat
like
will have
that would
that.
be
Yeah.
awesome.
Um.
Like a little yeah, that right there would be awesome. Like I don't like the idea of having something like pop up on your screen
Mhm.
and like sort of like block it. Like I feel like everyone just wouldn't even pay attention to that. But
Mhm.
if it's like an actual like speech bubble thing,
Mhm.
that would be super super dope. I feel like they should definitely implement something like that. That would be amazing.
I agree. Hopefully it happens one day. If not, then it'll just be something that somebody will figure out because for the longest time, a lot of things in VR chat are community built. Like the devs like sort of built like the tools, but it's the community that builds the foundation of avatars and worlds. So, for example, for the longest time, mutes couldn't really, communicate. So it was somebody out there that
Yeah.
actually made a pen. So a lot of mutes have like pens in their fingers and they write with their finger and it writes like, like stuff appears. So somebody figured out how to do that, and that's what most mutes use. Or they use TTS or something like that. But a lot of mutes actually refuse to even use pens. They use body language. You have to like sort of learn ASL, which is American Sign Language.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a mute.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh
and
yeah.
she either like draws it out, or she'll like sign language, or not like sign language, but she'll try and like mock out what she's doing. It's kind of like constantly playing a game of charades. And,
Yeah.
I love talking to mutes. They're one of the most like wholesome interactions ever, because they're always just so sweet and so non-judgmental, you know? I
Mm-hmm.
love it.
Who's your mute?
Her name is Daisy Blossom. She's actually one of my viewers.
Okay. Nice.
So, yeah.
What do you think about mutes when you first saw them in VR chat? Because that's not something that really happens in GTA or even other communities or games.
Well, when I first saw, I'm gonna be honest. When I first came into VR chat, I thought that all of this was a little bit weird.
Okay.
I think that that's definitely like a normal reaction for a lot of people to have. And it took a little while for me to sort of like open my mind up a bit and sort of step off of my pedestal. Like, I remember I walked into a world and there was like furries and like mutes and stuff, and I was like, whoa, this is really weird. And now I talk to everybody no matter what. Because I've just sort of learned that we're all here to have a good time, and we're all like, I'm weird in my own element. Like, everybody's everybody's weird
Mm-hmm.
equally. So it's not fair to judge people by, what makes them comfortable and what's their safe space, sort of. So
Yeah.
mutes in particular, I was very confused by it until I figured out that a lot of people are just very uncomfortable with their voice. And I used to be very uncomfortable with my voice. I hated my voice growing up. I always wanted a deeper voice. I hated how high pitched my voice was. So
Mm-hmm.
I understood it to an extent. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't understand fully, because obviously I'm comfortable enough to talk. I'm not a mute, but I understand it to the level that I can, and I try my best to make everybody feel comfortable now, because I was kind of ignorant when I first came on.
No, that's fine. Like, you're not the only one that's like that. Like, it happens all the time because people, they see the game for the first time and they're just so confused. Because, like, like when you play a traditional game, whatever, it's sort of like, uh, the same. Like, you see like the same thing. Like, VR chat's like very open minded, and like you'll see like a lot of different types of communities. You're like, whoa, what the heck? Like, why is that person like not talking? Why is that person like a furry or a brony? Or just like, I don't get it. Like, what's going on in this game?
Yeah. Like,
But
why is that person a wolf boy? Why do they have a
yeah,
tail?
that's
Yeah,
just VR chat.
exactly.
I mean, that's just the way the community is. It's just open minded, and you can be whatever you want to be. So sometimes, because
Exactly.
when you
And that's
play,
the element. That's the
yeah,
beauty of it.
you're absolutely right. Like, when you play other games, right? When you play Call of Duty, I can't become a wolf boy, and Call of Duty won't let me, right? But like in this
Yeah.
game, you can be whoever you want to be. So a lot of people, deep down inside, some of them want to be, the opposite gender, or they want to be a brony or whatever, or pony, or whatever. They can just be whatever they want to be. They want to be a
Yeah.
snake man or something. I don't know, whatever.
And
They're,
you know what? That's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. And I'm so glad that it's such like a space where obviously there is toxicity, but it's like everybody has their own group, and even if, there is toxicity in some, like,
Mhm.
you can find your place and you can feel loved and feel understood. And I feel like with a lot of the toxicity that had came from a lot of other communities that I came from, VR chat really helped me find my confidence in meeting people, and find my confidence in myself, honestly,
Mhm.
and just talking to people and socializing. And it just really helps me a lot, because I feel like I'm not alone in my struggles when I see other people, you know, like me on here.
No,
So
I get you.
I
You're
love
you-
it.
you're not alone. There's a lot of people I've interviewed that feel the same way when, like, uh, when they first start playing VR chat, like we're very open and very welcoming. We're not judgmental. We're not like, who are you? Why are you here? Like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
everyone just wants to hang out.
exactly. Uh-huh. Everybody just wants to have a good time and have
Mhm.
fun, and it's really just this amazing escape from reality. I love it. I do.
Mhm. I think I don't know. It's an interesting experience. Like if you think about it more of like a experiment or understanding like social science and stuff like that. Where like um in VR chat, there's a lot of people who not might be antisocial or just don't have any social skills, and I've met a lot of people who don't know how to talk to people, but they play VR chat to understand like social cues and how to talk to people, how to make friends, and then they use those skills in real life, and then they can have friends and parties and
Absolutely.
yeah.
Same. Same. That's totally me because I have really bad social anxiety, depression, as well as ADD.
Mhm.
So all of those mixed together is just a clusterfuck of mental illness. And for me, I've always had an issue. ADD is very similar to autism when it comes to like social cues and
Mhm.
being too loud and not understanding or like reading the room properly. And I feel like the internet has definitely helped me with that. And VR chat, especially recently, hanging out with everyone has helped me a lot with. Oh, my phone's going off. I don't know if you can hear that, but
It's okay.
it's helped me a lot with just everything when it comes to just social and anxiety and struggles and everything. So I love it. I really do.
You think you're gonna be like, how often do you play? Do you play like every night or once a week or?
I play like every night actually. I'll like sometimes it'll be kind of dead, so I'll just hop on, say hi to everybody and then get off. But
Yeah.
it's definitely like a routine for me to come and say hi to everybody and just be like, "Hey, like how are you guys doing?" Cuz I just find it nice to catch up with everyone and just know that there's constantly people out there who want to talk to me. It's great.
Yeah, I feel the same way. A lot of people have always told me like, why do you still play VR? I've been around the community for almost 3 years now. A lot of people have left and stuff like that. But a lot of people are always like, Rebel, why do you still play this game, dude? Kind of weird, dude. And I'm just like, I think I don't think this game's a game anymore. I think it's just a platform to where, because in real life, I don't really have any friends anymore. I'm in college, but because of COVID and all that shit going on, like I can't really see people anymore besides my family. So playing VR chat and not have to worry about social distancing and literally I can just talk to you and literally run a talk show and just interview people. That's more than enough for me, and it makes me happy. Just why would I throw this away to go play Fortnite or something? Like I don't know. Like I feel like you can't really make too many connections with a lot of people if you play like just certain games. Like definitely GTA would help, but I'm talking about like traditional other games. It's just sort of like you're in a void of just playing against other players and they're very toxic. You just be like, fuck you,
Yeah.
man. I'm just like, all right, well, because like in VR chat, you can make
Yeah.
connections with people. There's no like, it's not like we're all robbers and you're a cop and I'm a robber and we hate each other because you're a cop and I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that. Like, everybody's on the same playing field in VR chat. We're all just having fun. We don't have to worry about, I don't know, trying to antagonize each other or something like that. We just sort of have
Exactly.
fun.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like it's not like you don't have to always have your guard up. Like it's not
Yeah.
competitive in that way. Like I haven't met I mean, don't get me wrong, there's going to be people like this in every single community, but I haven't met anybody that's like a dick. That's like totally egotistical and just like all over themselves and like, "Oh, who are you, bro? Like what are you doing here?" Like I haven't met anybody like that. And everybody's just been very kind and welcoming and I like to believe that it would be the same if I didn't stream. So I really like that everybody is treated equally.
There's plenty of people that I know that don't stream in VR chat that are treated as equals. There are definitely some dicks out there in VR chat, especially if you go to Publix and stream, which I wouldn't recommend streaming Publix because it's like literally the quickest way to get a 24-hour ban on Twitch. It's like speed running, honestly.
Probably more. Probably
Yeah,
more.
probably more. Well, it depends. I mean, it depends on what you did and what the other person did. But this game does. Let's just say it's very
If you
easy
want to
to.
see a virtual penis,
Yeah.
go. Go to Public World.
Go to the Void Club. That's where the Wolf Boy
Go
E
to
boys.
the Void Club.
Yeah, the Wolf Pack will come get you. You know.
Yep,
Yeah, the
yep.
Wolf Boys. Yeah. But besides that, like, I think if you keep playing VR chat as you do, you're gonna come to the point where you already have enough friends where you don't ever have to go to public or anything like that. You literally just join your friends and have more than enough people
Yeah.
to hang out, and that's what I do because I think close to 1,500 now. Now, obviously, not all of them play every single day, but there's definitely at least a couple hundred that I can join off of and hang with, and hang
Oh
out with.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I always have like more than 5 people on
there
who
you
I know
go.
that I can join off of and have a
Yeah.
good time with. I haven't even been in public worlds in like 2 years, other than to like record a video or something.
Oh
So
yeah. There you go. Yeah, like recording is fine. Just streaming is. I always advise everyone not to do it because let's just say it's
yeah, don't
very
do
easy.
that. It's
Don't
very
do it.
bad.
It's very bad.
Yeah, don't do it.
It's very very bad. Anyway,
Very Monka TOS.
yeah. Does anyone want to take? Sorry, we'll start taking questions from the chat. So if anybody has any questions for us, let us know. Or if you have any questions for me, Viviana, if you have any questions for me and you want to ask me something, I'm more than happy to help you out or ask or answer anything.
Um, Let me think about that.
Okay.
So how does it feel to be like the Ellen DeGeneres of VR chat?
I consider myself more of a late night show like Conan because Ellen's more of a early daytime person. I'm more of a Conan, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel type of person.
Oh,
But
okay.
I mean, Ellen DeGeneres is also like a talk show host. Don't get me wrong; she's just more of a daytime type person.
Yeah,
I don't
true.
really watch Ellen too much, but she's all right. I mean, how do I feel like? Let's just say as a talk show host, I'm pretty good because because
Yeah.
I don't know. I started doing this almost a year ago. I started in September of 2019. But prior to that, I did stream VR chat. I was just like very lost. I was just like, I'm just gonna stream my friends, and that was it. And I was just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And then I started doing this talk show, and so many people are like saying that's a stupid idea. Why would you interview people in VR? That's cringe, dude. But here I am, and then I got partnered literally a week ago. So there you go. So
Whoa,
fuck,
congrats!
fuck the haters, you know.
Yay!
Yeah, thank you.
Fuck 'em. This is a great idea. Fuck 'em.
Well, the reason why I do interviews is because what I realize is that it doesn't matter if you play this game for 5 minutes or 2 years or whatever. Everybody experiences VR chat differently in a way. Like you have your own experiences, right? This is not a traditional video game where the objective is to go here, plant the bomb, kill the terrorists or kill the enemies or whatever, right? Like you make your own story in VR chat, whatever it is. If you like, when I asked you about horror maps, about going to Publix or whatever, that's your experience. Some people's experience is literally standing in front of a mirror for 6 hours and that's it. Some people's experiences is like going to parties and hanging out and creating content or whatever. Like everybody I talk to, I can ask the exact same question to 100 different people and get 100 different answers. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, and that's awesome. It's great. I
Yeah.
love it. I think it's a great idea.
Got to start the question with the top three accomplices. Oh yeah, what if you were to rob a bank in GTA and you can only bring 3 people because
Mhm.
of the rule of 4? Who would you bring?
Uh huh. Okay.
Only 3.
Who would I bring?
Yeah, your top 3 picks.
Mr. Chang,
Okay.
Taco,
Okay.
and Violet Van Housen.
Who's that?
That is the character played by Lindy. She's
Okay.
a GTA streamer, and she is like the funniest person ever. She's very Italian. She's very
Okay.
loud, very funny.
So those are good
I just feel like our
choices.
personalities mesh very well.
But I'm gonna judge you for a second. If you're best friends of
Okay.
Carmen, why didn't you pick Carmen?
Cause she sucks at driving and she sucks
Oh shit, yo, yo, called out. What the fuck?
I would never, ever, 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 ever do a job with Carmen. unless I have like people who are really, really good, I would never do a job with government. Never.
Holy shit. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Respect. Okay. It's just, you're speaking the truth. It's your opinion, right? You're entitled to it. Hold on. I need to scroll up here to some other questions. Why are a lot of VR chat people from the East Coast? I don't know. Just where people live. I don't know. That's not really a question, is it? I can't really answer that. Why are people on the East Coast? I don't know. Any other questions, gamers, for chat? For any of us? A lot of people I know are from Texas. Surprisingly, because I'm actually Canadian. I met a lot of Canadians in
Mhm.
VR chat, which was actually kind of crazy, because I thought I'd be the only one, and obviously I don't sound Canadian. I sound just like another American. Tell you what, brother. Tell you what. Mm-hmm.
Actually, I can hear the Canadian.
Really?
If you say A more,
A.
I would
What's
definitely.
going on, A?
Yeah.
What's going on, A? What? Am I going out and about? Going to get a
A
McDouble?
boot.
A Guna boot? Oh, I don't
A
say
boot.
a
Go to
boot.
go to
I never,
go to Timmy Hortons, eh?
I'm never, ever in my life said a boot. Hey, what's going on, boot? Like, I'm never, ever, I say about, like every other normal human being. There's definitely people I've met, though, have said a boot. And those are the people that are farther north, because I live in Ontario. So I live not too far away from Toronto. And those are more like
Mhm.
I don't know, city folk. If I was to go to a rural town or something, oh yeah, they're all like, oh, boot and going to Timmy's and shit like
Those are
that.
like the southern people of Canada.
Um, Not necessarily. Like, I would say if you want to have a more like thicker like southern like what's up, bro? What's going on? Like that's more of like I say like West Coast, not West Coast, but like mid, because like the middle of like Calgary is like where like the ranches and like the farmers and shit are. So like those are like the people that have the
Do
more like
people in Canada actually have southern accents? Like,
I would
yeah,
say
feeler, like, what's it?
what's going on there,
Like
feeler?
that?
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
like that? Do people
Yeah.
actually have that
When
there?
my family owns a cottage, so it's in like the like by a lake, and there's people that live up there that are like from farms
Hmm.
and shit like that, and not like super strong, but you definitely hear like the hillbilly like I just hunted a goddamn giant moose out there, boy. What the hell? Like goddamn, there's a big roach
Have you
out
ever
there,
seen a moose
boys.
before?
Yeah, yeah, they're just in the forest and shit.
Is
I
that
seen
like
black.
normal?
Yeah. I mean,
Do
if you're in the forest and shit, you're driving down the road and you're in yeah, it's
When I went
normal.
to Buffalo, there were like moose crossing signs.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you want to fucking hit a moose with your car, you fucking die. Like, it just flattens the whole fucking car. I don't know how big your car is, unless you got an 18-wheeler, big rig or something. That shit fucked you up.
Yeah.
If you think hitting a deer is bad, hitting a moose is just, you're insta dead. It's like,
Is that common there?
common to get hit by well, I would say probably at night. But my parents always drive during the day on purpose, because driving at the night is like way more dangerous because you can't see shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I would say it happens once in a while. It's not like super often, but it just happens, Like, um, you just got to be careful when driving, Just like seeing any animal on the road, and you're like, oh shit, You gotta swerve, It's either you hit the moose and you probably die, or you swerve off into the ditch and get fucked up, You gotta take that risk. So.
Yeah.
Bring the shotgun, Martha. Yeah, Martha, bring the shotgun. There's one of them coyotes out here. I got to, shoot them up. Tell you what. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you later. From Alberta, and some people wish they had that accent. I feel like they fake it more so just to give them off the southern feel. I mean, not everybody. I've met a guy from Newfoundland. I don't know where that is. That's like way like super east. Like that's like where all the fishermen are. It's like an island. It's very, very small. And or more like that's PEI. But anyway, my law teacher, was from there, from Newfoundland, and he sounded like what's the teacher from South Park, Mr. Mackey or whatever. He's like, okay, drugs are bad, okay. Like he sounded like that. Like no joke, no
No.
meme. He was just like, second degree murder? Yes, pretty bad, okay. Drugs are bad, okay. Like, he sounded like that all the time. It was funny as fuck. But he had the accent, you know?
Oh no.
Any favorite places in VR chat?
Um, my favorite place in VR chat is definitely the. Hold up.
Okay.
Let me check. Let me check. Because I don't know this by heart, but I have a lot of world's favorited. So.
That's fine. Take your time.
I really like the treehouse in the shade world, as well as the Star Wand world. Both of those are like visual worlds. The Star Wand,
Yeah.
basically, you just like move the wand around and the stars follow it. It's very, very pretty. And I'll just like listen to music and like do like my star trail while I'm listening to music, and it's really nerdy and cringy, but
No,
I
it's
love
fun.
that. And I really like the Northern Lights in the treehouse world because I've always wanted to see them.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, I've always wanted to go to like a place where it's really cold, even though I hate the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I could see the Northern Lights. So I love being able to actually see it. Yeah.
How does Missy Mod says, how does she feel about the amount of customization with model making? Does she prefer to look like herself or like her GTA model?
I prefer to look like myself. Um, my GTA model looks nothing like me in any like way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I like this model in particular because I feel like it's more me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want people to know me as my GTA character because although we're very similar, very different.
Yeah, this is what I look like in real life. Absolutely, 100%.
I If you had those racks in real life, I'm sure that you wouldn't be a talk show host
Oh
in
shit! What are
VR.
you saying? What do you mean? What do you
All I'm
mean?
saying is, when's the OnlyFans coming out?
What the fuck? Listen.
Also, where's Portia? Why don't you have a Porsche?
Okay, well. What if I told you that someone's actually going to dress up like this in real life very soon? Not me though. An actual cosplayer.
I mean, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's a
happen.
nice little
Yeah,
getup.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, that's me, guys. They're gonna be like, holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah, it's true. You don't need cars in VR? True. Well, yeah, why do I need a Porsche for if I can just teleport? I can just fly.
No, Portia, Ellen's wife.
Oh shit! Okay, I didn't even notice. I didn't. That's how much I know about fucking Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know what her fucking wife's name is. Like, holy shit! You mean I should have a wife in VR? In real
Yeah,
life. In real life, one
in
day.
VR.
And
Do
VR?
you have a wife in VR?
Not technically.
Do you want a wife in VR?
Why not? Why have a wife when you can have waifus?
Oh.
Oh. What do you mean? What's wrong with having more than one waifu? So you're gonna end my waifu? Alright,
Nothing's wrong with having, yeah,
I have
nothing.
151 waifus. Do you believe that shit? Yeah, I played a male avatar for 1.5 years. I didn't have this model. I was literally a dude. I played as a dude for a year and a half called Kenny K. Kona. And then I went on a grand crusade, and I said I had to get 151 waifus. And then after getting 151, I became a waifu, and I became this form, you know? Transformed. I absorbed their powers. It's true. It's 100% legit. You can read it on my wiki.
Did you write that yourself?
No, I streamed the whole thing. Why would I make that shit up? I actually streamed getting 151 waifus. It's like last year. I also have a wall, like a picture that has me, and I surrounded by 151 waifus that all agreed, and it's also in my Discord. So this ain't no bullshit. This is actually legit. I'm just that good. Yeah, but that was then I became a waifu, and then and then I got nobody.
Did you like observe? Did you like absorb the power of the e-girl pussy, or were you like apprenticing them?
Yeah, I was learning. I was just observing them to absorb their powers, and then I became the ultimate waifu. So you're right. Yeah, it's true.
It's like the final boss
Oh, 152.
right
Sorry,
here.
sorry. One of my waifus, Pixel, is in the chat. Yeah, she said 152. Yeah, I'm still counting.
Pixel, hi.
Yeah, Pixel is one of my waifus. She's really great. Yeah.
Pixel
Also,
is one of my waifus too.
what? You can't claim. You can't do that. That's my waifu. You can't claim my mute.
Well, she's not an object.
True, she isn't, but I saw her first, and she helps me out. You know.
Fine.
You can be friends with her. There's
Your
nothing wrong with that.
waifu, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Why do people keep fighting over me? It's true. Whenever she goes to Rob's lobby at the Golden Gator, literally like 5 people try and get her as a mute every day. It's kind of funny. I just
That's
watch.
so funny.
I'm just like,
I know. She's great.
yeah,
Who doesn't love Pixel?
absolutely. Because you best waifu Pixel, absolutely. A non-Pixel person defending Pixel, ironic.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know. I just read it. It's a statement.
Cool.
He's so protective. Listen, I'm just protecting my mute, okay? I don't want people making you do weird things. I care about my mutes and about my waifus. You know?
You sound like a pimp.
You say that, but I actually was a pimp in VR chat. That's what Kenny Kikono was. I was a pimp. I'm not even joking. When Full Body first came out, was like popularized in VR chat. I had a Discord. It was called Kenny's Pimping Ring, and it had 30 dancers, full body dancers, and we would run clubs. That was a different life. If I streamed that today, I'd
Did
probably
you
get
make money
banned.
from it though?
No, I didn't do it for money. I did it for jokes. If I streamed it today, I would get in
Okay.
trouble. I would get banned. I don't want to get banned. But it was when
Yeah,
I had
probably.
like it was when I had like 2 viewers, and you can just sort of skirt around the line. But I had a twist on it. What I would do is we would go to public like void clubs, and you go into the private room. Like I'll go to the place, and I'll be like, hey, do you want to dance from my dancers? And people are like, oh yeah, sure. And then they would go into the private room, and I would use the camera, the stream camera. You can stick it in the wall like a security camera, so I can like look at what's going on, even though they lock the door.
Can you actually?
Yeah, you can do that right now if you wanted to. I was one of the first few people, because it was when the cameras first came out, so nobody knew like to do that. I was one of the first people to like think of that. And then I would watch on the camera like outside the door and be like, what's going on in here? And then like I would change into a cop avatar, and a bunch of people with us would have like SWAT avatars or cops or whatever, and we would bust in and then arrest the person and beat him up for getting a dance. It's fun. That's what I did. I did it like every day. We would basically entrapment, It was like sting opera.
ERPD.
Yeah, we were the ERPD, honestly. Yeah, we true. Yeah. Yep, it was pretty good. It was a fun time. That was like 2 years ago I did that. Can't really do it anymore, but good times. Good times. Anyway, any other questions? The horny police putting people. Oh yeah, there was a jail too. It was taken away. There was a horny jail in VR chat at one point, but it got removed because it had the name horny in it, and they didn't like that.
That's stupid.
There is a VR prison though. It's still around. You can use it for whatever you want. So
I guess that's horny jail.
yeah, we just call it horny jail now. The RPD does not sound like a group that prevents ERPing. Just saying. What is your favorite color? What a classic question.
Uh, well, my favorite color has always been pink and purple. Like I can't pick. It's like choosing between your children. You can't do that. They'll have self-esteem issues.
True. Mine's red. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah,
Same.
there's no way. There's no way you could tell it's red. I actually like red and black. That's why I like whenever I have a lot of my outfits, they're kind of like darker tones. Some of them, one of them is like more lighter. It's a different outfit, but most of them are like more darker theme. So the real question is, who wouldn't? Does she miss RPing with Dunn and Allie?
Yes, of course I do. I love Dun and Allie. I'm actually trying to get them onto VR chat.
Okay,
Dun has been playing VR chat a little bit, and Allie just ordered her VR. So those are two
nice.
people from GTA.
That's awesome. Uh, any other questions for me or for Viviana or anybody? We only have a few minutes left, by the way. We only have like 5-6 minutes. So I'm trying to see if anybody has any other questions or anything they want to say or ask, or and then we'll wrap it up. First RP experience.
Like ever?
I guess so. That's what it says. What's your first RP experience?
My first RP experience. Well, my first RP experience was on a public server, and there was this party going on at this place called the Outdoor Club. And it was like really ratchet. Everyone was like catching on fire because there was this grill there that had like this open flame.
What the fuck?
And I'm pretty sure that I tried to like twerk on the grill and I caught on
Oh, nice.
fire. And I witnessed Carmen's roleplay husband break up with her behind the dumpster, and
Oh shit.
we all swam around in the pool and listened to DMCA music and just like,
Was this GTA?
yeah,
Oh,
this
nice.
GTA.
This is before Coop.
We
Oh
just,
shit.
this was way before Coop. This is the DJ Mikey days.
What the fuck? That guy sounds like a real player.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like he was this DJ. He had like this flannel on and like these headphones that went around his neck, and he had this really bassy microphone, like the most like his bass was just all the way turned up, and he would just be like, "Yo yo yo, it's your boy DJ Mikey coming in hot." It was so funny, and I had only ever met him a few times, but he was a character. That was Carmen's original Coop.
Oh, nice. I wonder what happened to Coop now. Aren't they like broken up now? Oh shit.
I'm not sure.
Damn. Listen, I was interviewing Carmen, and then Coop came out of nowhere, and he was trying to win her back. So obviously something happened. You know, it is what it is. Is it GTA first RP experience? Oh yeah, it'd be for her. For me, I guess my first like RP experience would be like way back in the day, like way like years ago. Cause I used to play a game called Gary's Mod. I don't know if you know what it is. It's like a really old game, and it had a game mode called Dark RP, which is like very light RP. Like people would play as cops. You just pick a role. Like you'd be like, all right, I'm a cop now, and you just play as a cop, or you play as a robber or whatever, and just fuck around. It was very light RP. But my true more like RP experience was VR chat in the early days. We would do improv where we would just like set up a scene where we would like somebody would be like, "Oh, who's the father of this person?" And then we would just go to the courtroom, which is a map in VR chat, and we would just act out like a courtroom scene. And then it was just fun. Like people just randomly play as like a lawyer or a judge or whatever, and just fuck around. That was fun. And then it devolved into, or sorry, not devolved, evolved into Callus Row, which is much more serious RP, where I can actually learn and hone my RP skills a lot better. And that's more of a real RP experience. The other ones are more just improv, silly, random, silliness. Is this Viviana's own avatar? If not, does she plan on getting one that would she would look like? I mean, I already have an answer, but this is what you want to represent yourself as. So yeah, it is her avatar.
Yeah, this is my custom avatar.
Favorite RP moment in VR chat and no pixel.
Hmm. Well, my favorite moment in VR chat was definitely sorry, my dog is going crazy. One second.
That's okay. My dog goes crazy.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, it's just I can hear your dog barking. It happens. My dog barks too, so I just roll with
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's fine.
Um, my favorite moment in VR chat would have to be when I got married to Alex.
Okay.
And then he ended up being a girl.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I got like reverse trapped.
Wait, what? So it
Yeah.
was a girl that was pretending to be a guy, and then you got married.
Well, it's a guy who was pretending. It was a guy who was role
Oh,
playing as a girl who was role playing as a guy.
my brain hurts. But okay.
Me too.
I
It was a
mean,
very confusing scenario. And
okay.
then in GTA, it would probably have to be um this is very hard because I have to think of like years of RP. I'm thinking no pixel though, so that's everything, something that everyone knows, right?
Yeah.
It probably would be when I used to hang out with this group of people. It would be me. Oh well, these are role players, but it would be me, Taco, Doug, and Anto, and we would all go and do like store robberies together. And
Mhm.
one time, we all dressed up as like the security guards for a bank truck, and then the cops never ended up showing up, and we just like had all this like paperwork and stuff filled out for no reason.
Oh shit. You went like the extra mile
Yeah.
and they didn't even show up. What the fuck?
Yeah, we got like photoshopped IDs and stuff.
uh, maybe this question: would she run as president in Golden Gator if you had the chance? Would you run for the president of Bricktown, which is the Golden Gator?
Um, Probably. I don't know who would want me as president of Bricktown, but if you guys want free healthcare,
Oh, Pog.
blunts for everyone,
Hell yeah.
legalizing meth,
Whoa.
um,
Nice.
free lap dances,
Oh shit.
um,
Damn.
and keeping the gators inside of the pond alive.
Yeah,
Vote for Viviana 2021.
Damn, you gotta make Josh you run for his money.
Yep.
Damn. Joshy's current president, everyone would want you. Damn, dude. I mean, he won fair and square, but I'm sure somebody else will win next time, right? Hopefully. The whole point of being president of Bricktown is that you can directly affect the roleplay. That's what the whole point of it. Like, so like you would make Rob like change the map, or people would have to abide by a rule that you do, like you know no one can be on the street past a certain time, like a curfew or something like that, whatever you want.
That sounds fun.
Or you can install a jail, or whatever. I know there's a dungeon, but like a proper jail or some shit like that, or a hospital. You can do whatever you want.
Sounds
Hotel.
very fun.
Yeah. Um, I think we'll wrap it up here because we've been going just for over just an hour. By the way, that's usually what the cutoff period is. I do them for an hour. So I'll put the camera on you, and if you have anything you want to say, any projects upcoming for you, anything you want to tell people about, like, hey, I'm working on this cool thing. If you want to like shout yourself out, you're more than welcome to tell people what's been going on.
Okay. Well, currently I am in the works with a sponsorship for a how do I put this? A cool way to donate. So, if you guys want to support me and stuff, look forward to that. The release date isn't known yet, but look forward to that in the next 2 weeks. And follow me on Twitter at Viviana is okay, and subscribe to my Twitch with Twitch Prime. It's free at Viviana. Maybe one day I'll stream again. Anyways, it was great talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a pleasure.
Thank
Again,
you so much for inviting me onto your show.
yeah, again, it's Viviana again. She'll take over VR chat next. Bricktown president right here. Literally, she had her
Yeah,
speech. She literally, listen, vote for her. Tell you what. But I'm your host,
vote for
Statwin
me.
Rebel. I really do appreciate you coming by. Thank you so much for taking the time. You're more than welcome to come back at a later time if you want to come back and talk about more stuff, or if you want to like do, I don't know, whatever you want. Like if you want to get a tour or something, I'm more than happy to show you around. Or if you want to do some horror maps or something, it's up to you. But yeah, thank you so much everybody for being part of this interview and watching and stuff like that. Thanks so much for everybody in the audience. Thanks so much to Lofty for being the camera person. I'm still going to be streaming, but before I'll let you off the hook and you can do what you want. We're going to take a picture together because I always do that. I like to take pictures of every guest. It's part of a tradition. You're actually the 194th interview I've done in VR chat.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. That's so many. Hey.
Yeah, I almost did. I've been slacking because I just got partnered, so I just want to do chill stuff. But before that, I would do an interview almost every day for like months. Yeah, I was grinding
Huh?
many hours.
Hell yeah. Hell
Epic.
yeah. The grind never stops. Well, congratulations on your partner.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Hey,
Oh,
thank you.
confetti.
Confetti, thank you. We'll take this photo,
Whoa.
and then
Okay.
I'll send you on your way. And then I'm probably just going to talk to myself into my chat. That's usually
Okay.
what I end up doing. So 1 second here. Set up the camera. Bada bing, bada boom. And there we go. Boom. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, got it. There, I got it. Boom. Easy.